Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. And JN Money.
From abroad to yard.
Fast, affordable, convenient. Doctor's Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctor's Hospital. Always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Digicel. Cayman's bigger, better network. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice.
We ask our listeners and viewers to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Live from Radio Cayman Studio.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the Record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
With Orrett Connor.
Informative, impartial, insightful.
This is For the Record.
For the Record. 1-800-534-8255. Your calls, your input. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orrett Connor.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees, so fair. Today is Monday, the 15th day of July 2024, right here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. We do hope and we trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable weekend. Those of you who are on the roads of the Cayman Islands, whether you're a pedestrian, a cyclist, or if you're operating any type of motorized vehicle, we urge you to please, please, please be extremely cautious. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road. Remember, the life you save may just be your own. For those of you who are celebrating a birthday today, or if you've celebrated one over the past few days, we want to wish you a belated happy birthday or a happy birthday, whichever is applicable. And to remind you that this segment of the For the Record birthday shoutouts brought to you by Coca-Cola, who are proud to support your birthday shoutouts. Coca-Cola, available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. You should accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. Those of you who have lost loved ones, again, we want to extend our sincere condolences to you. We hope and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these extremely challenging times and that the memories of your loved ones will be a blessing. Those of you who are ill and are either at home or at a medical facility, we wish you a speedy recovery. So, folks, I want to thank you for allowing Radio Cayman and, by extension, For the Record, into your homes, into your vehicles as you traverse the busy roads of the Cayman Islands, into your places of work, wherever that may be. As you know, For the Record is a show produced by the staff and management of Radio Cayman, and it is geared towards keeping you abreast of issues as they arise and play out on the local, regional, and international scene. I am your host, Orrett Connor, and you're welcome to join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. During that period, our phone lines are open, 949-8037, 949-6990, WhatsApp 925-3261. And of course, who's there behind the controls waiting to take your calls? None other than the old gal, Miss Susan Watson. And all of our lines, I am told, are working now. 5 lines are working. So our toll-free number, 1-800-534-8255 is right there as well. So waiting to take your calls. Let's look at the birthdays first of all. So we see Valdine Scott celebrating a birthday today, as well as Diane Wright Bush also celebrating a birthday today. Upcoming birthdays, Melissa McTaggart Thompson celebrating her birthday tomorrow. Gary Jackson also celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Trinable Juicy. I guess that's a stage name. Oh, that's a soca artist. Okay. Celebrating a birthday tomorrow. And also Adrian Bailey celebrating a birthday tomorrow. Recent birthdays, we had Delissa Hernandez, who celebrated her birthday yesterday, the 14th, as well as Nikki McCoy, who also celebrated her birthday. Nikki Connolly McCoy, who also celebrated her birthday yesterday as well. So again, happy birthdays, belated happy birthdays, and advanced birthday greetings to everyone. And of course, those birthday shout outs brought to you by Coca-Cola, who are proud to support your birthday shout outs. Coca-Cola, available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. You should accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. So it's been a busy weekend. Lots of things happening here in the Cayman Islands and overseas as well. The incident that is now taking up all of the oxygen in the room, of course, is the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. And we just hope and we pray that some civility can come throughout the world, really. There are tensions all over the place, wars, unprovoked wars and everything. And we just hope that people can live in harmony, we can see peace, and we can concentrate on being our brothers and our sisters' keepers rather than trying to contribute to their demise as well. So, here in the Cayman Islands, we also had another murder yesterday, we are told, somewhere in the vicinity of Windsor Park. A stabbing yesterday. No doubt more details will emerge about that as well. And it goes to show you that here in the Cayman Islands, we are not immune to it as well. And we should also bear in mind that many times murders, those that happen as a result of confrontation, they're usually perpetrated by someone who's familiar, who knows the victim. The victim and the perpetrator usually know each other as well. So in many instances, they're not random occurrences. But of course, our prayers go out to the family of the victim. And of course, everyone is affected, including the alleged perpetrator as well. Let's look at some other news. Good news. We will talk about Cayman Airways receiving being named as Best International Airline in Travel and Leisure's World Best Awards in 2024. We can talk a little bit about the importance of our national carrier, our national airline, Cayman Airways, and the flexibility that Cayman Airways gives us, having Cayman Airways gives us in terms of our abilities to do things, to ensure that our tourism product in the Cayman Islands here is supported by having our own airlines and not being dependent on other carriers as well. And also, whenever there is a need for us to assist other jurisdictions, we have, Cayman Airways here as well to assist us in that. And we'll talk a little bit about the tomorrow, the delegation that the Honorable Premier Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly will lead to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines to assist our brothers and our sisters over in those islands as well. So this release issued on the 10th of July by Ms. Olivia Scott Ramirez, who's the Senior Marketing and Public Relations Manager at Cayman Airways. So Cayman Airways Limited, National Airlines of the Cayman Islands, has been named amongst the world's best international airlines in travel and leisure's World's Best Award 2024. Announced on Tuesday, the 9th of July 2024, Cayman Airways stands as the only airline in the Western Hemisphere to secure a top 15 spot in the Best International Airlines in 2024 category of the awards. Cayman Airways is joined in the top 15 by other prestigious international carriers such as Singapore Airlines, Emirates, All Nippon Airways, and Qatar Airways. This evaluation by Travel and Leisure of all international airlines rank carriers based on cabin comfort, in-flight service, customer service, and value. And I will highlight the last one, value. Value. Extremely valuable to the people of the Cayman Islands. The score received by Cayman Airways also placed it as the highest ranking airline for all carriers operating flights to and from the Cayman Islands. Minister of Tourism and Ports, the Honorable Kenneth Bryan, expressed his pride at the announcement, stating, and I quote, "This is an incredible distinction for Cayman Airways to be recognized as one of the best international airlines in the world. Ranking so favorably among some of the biggest international airlines is a true validation of our national airlines' quality and consistency. As the Minister for Tourism and Ports, I am very proud of Cayman Airways for continuing to elevate and enhance the traveler's experience, and I would like to pay tribute to the management and board of directors, staff, and crew members for their stellar efforts in earning this well-deserved world-class recognition." Chairman of Cayman Airways Board of Directors, Dr. John Paul Clark, echoed this sentiment, stating, and I quote, "Cayman Airways has a long-standing mission to be a national airline we can all be proud of, providing top-quality service, and we fulfill this mission every day. The Cayman Airways Board has placed significant emphasis on enhancing the customer experience and fostering employee engagement. This recognition from Travel and Leisure readers is greatly appreciated and highlights the remarkable accomplishment of our Board of Directors management team and our 350 dedicated employees." Then the President, Mr. Fabian Worms, also noted the fact that Travel and Leisure magazine has over 15 monthly readers with over 186,000 readers participating in the annual World's Best Award. And Mr. Paul Tibbetts, the Executive Director in charge of Commercial Affairs and Chief Financial Officer, emphasized Cayman Airways' commitment to delivering an unparalleled customer experience uniquely marked by the warmth and hospitality synonymous with the Cayman Islands as well. So big shout out to Cayman Airways for their award. And we just say to you, don't be complacent, continue to provide the good service, and remember to treat your employees, in particular, all of them, but your Caymanian employees. They are the ones who built, they are the ones who helped to make the airline, and never, ever forget that as well. Folks, we have to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
On November the 23rd, 1935, under the direction of Commissioner Allen Woosley Cardinal, Grand Cayman saw the installation of the first telegraph station, followed by Cayman Brac in 1936, through a joint venture with the Cuban government. The building was funded and constructed by the Cubans, and equipment paid for by subscribers and Cable and Wireless Limited. During the opening ceremony, a telegraph message was received from Governor of Jamaica, Sir Edward Denham, and the islands sent their first telegraph to King George V.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way, positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet, because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what though, this old girl feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
So much happening so fast, too much. It is hard for me to follow my health care instructions. The private counseling with West Bay Pharmacy literally saved my life.
At West Bay Pharmacy, we know how complex medications can be. Our pharmacists are delighted to offer you personalized one-on-one healthcare counseling, free medication review, therapeutic callbacks, and we will liaise with your physician to ensure you receive the best in quality medical care.
Quality of life has a whole new meaning with the right pharmacy to support you. Thank you, West Bay Pharmacy.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner. Now you can WhatsApp your West Bay Pharmacy prescriptions to 516-0777.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
July is Laundry Month at Brand Source Home Gallery. Get ready to save big with 15% off on all washers and dryers, both domestic and commercial, and 30% off on selected laundry items.
Is your washer or dryer on its last spin? Now's the time to upgrade. From GE, LG, Samsung, Beko, Electrolux to Frigidaire, save up to 30% on laundry appliances during the month of July.
Visit Brand Source Home Gallery on Dorsey Drive, in Industrial Park or call 623-5000.
Check out BrandSourceKman.com for more deals. Voted Best Appliance Store of 2023.
What's that? No sugar, same amazing taste? Coca-Cola Zero Sugar is here to stay. Classic taste, pure satisfaction. Be sure to stop into any Tortuga location and get your own case of Coke Zero. Or grab an ice cold one straight from the cooler. Brought to you by Tortuga Distributors Limited. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling, K-Man.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio this morning, and after the 8 o'clock news, we will open up the phone lines as well. Meanwhile, I want to try to give you as much local information as possible. We know so many people are attached to social media, various apps and all of these things. So the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service has warned of a scam text message, and you probably would have heard it here on Radio Cayman's news as well, but I think it is worth repeating for those who may not already know about it. So on the 14th, yesterday, the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service put out a warning of a scam text message, and it says that the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service is aware of a circulating fraudulent text message purporting to be from Judicial KY, which suggests that the recipient owes outstanding fees to the court and includes a link to review the file. The URL included in the email is a known malicious site for phishing campaigns and should not be clicked on. Instead, you should delete the message, the text message. You should delete it. They have also provided a screenshot of it, and it gives a number 1+236, area code 363-2245 that shows up there. Right away, when you see that, you know that that is not a Cayman Islands number. 236 is not the area code for the Cayman Islands. So that tells you something in itself, right? And then it says Judicial-KY, which is also a sort of a misnomer because it's not like that. It says you are $50 overdue. Consult my infraction file at, and then they give you the site, and it's highlighted for you to click on it. Do not click on it because it then is a phishing expedition. They will get all of your details. You don't know what may happen, after that. So the advice is, when you see that, and especially if you know that you had no dealings whatsoever with the courts, then there is no need, for you to even have an interest in it. But it is funny how, people are curious, especially if they're not accustomed to getting these types of emails, they become even more curious. Let me click on it as well. And that's exactly, what happens after that. So it is important for them. For you to ignore it, delete it, do not click on it as well. And then, of course, we had the press release yesterday around about 1:44, almost 1:45 yesterday. Press release: police investigates fatal stabbing 14th of July for your attention. Officers are currently on the scene of a fatal stabbing of a male victim in the vicinity of Windsor Park, Georgetown, which was reported shortly after 9:30 a.m. today. One man has been arrested on suspicion of murder in relation to the incident and remains in custody. And then, of course, on social media platforms, again, we saw photos of this gruesome event with the victim, photos of the victim lying on the ground. We have to respect the victim. We have to respect the victim's family. We have to respect the police investigation that is taking place. But some of us feel that we just have to be the purveyors of news, and in most instances, the purveyors of bad news, not necessarily good news. And as a result of that, they put these things out there. And the other problem with it, the other issue is that they have a willing and waiting audience to consume it as well. Everyone wants to consume it. They're curious, wanting to know what is going on. Please, folks, respect the victims, respect the families of these, victims, as well. Give them some privacy. Give them time to mourn as well. Who knows? A family member may not have even heard or known that this occurred, and then for them to see it pop up on some chat group or something like that. That is, folks, so insensitive, really, really insensitive. And we should be mindful, of that as well. Also, we need to talk about, at some point in time, the big tour that Swanky will be embarking on. The Swanky Kitchen Band will be embarking on starting the 26th of July, where on 26th, First Works they will be performing in Providence, Rhode Island, July 27th to the 28th. Lowell Folk Festival in Lowell, Maine. Then on July the 31st, at the Library of Congress, folks. Library of Congress, what a place, in Washington, D.C. And then on the 31st of July, also the Global Sounds on the Hill in Washington, D.C. August the 3rd, Global Fest at Lincoln Center in New York. So great that they named it twice. And on the 8th of August, Blue Ridge Music Center in Galax, Virginia as well. So our own local kitchen band, Swanky Kitchen Band, will be performing in the United States. They will make us proud and again continue to spread the Cayman Islands across the globe. Folks, with that, we're going to take our break, top of the hour, our 8 o'clock news. When we return, the phone lines are open. You heard 5 lines are all operational now. The phone lines will be open for you to talk about whatever you want to talk about, as long as it is fit to be aired on radio. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
Thank you, Mr. Connor. And studio time by Foster's is a minute after 8.
When you're on the go, the experienced team at Foster's Pharmacy are here to help. Drop off your prescription while you shop or WhatsApp us and we'll prepare it, ready for your arrival.
Whether you need prescription or over-the-counter medications, blood glucose testing, or advice on vitamins and supplements, we're here early in the morning to late at night. Both of our locations at our Camana Bay and airport stores are open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., Monday to Saturday.
For more info, visit fosters.ky/pharmacy. Foster's Pharmacy. Better health because we care.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With a look at Radio Cayman's morning news, I'm Dion Anglin. A man charged with possessing an illegal weapon and ammunition appears in Grand Court. Radio Cayman's Jevi Ebanks has more.
Mitchell Ebanks appeared in Grand Court before Justice Cheryl Richards on Friday, charged with possessing a Glock 17 and ammunition. He pleaded guilty with an explanation, claiming he found the firearm. However, the judge did not accept this explanation. Represented by John Furness with Scott Wainwright for the Crown, Ebanks' sentencing is set to Friday, September 20th at 2 p.m. He also faces additional charges for possession of cocaine and ganja with intent to supply. Those charges are to be dealt with after sentencing for the more serious offense. Jevi Ebanks, Radio Cayman News.
Thank you, Jevi. The RCIPS is aware of a circulating fraudulent text message purporting to be from judicial-ky and directing recipients to make payments to judicialticketsky.com, which suggests that the recipient owes outstanding fees to the court and includes a link to review the file. The Cayman Islands law courts have advised that this message is not associated with the courts, as the courts do not send text messages requesting payments from court users. The URL included in the email is a known malicious site for phishing campaigns and should not be clicked, and you should not provide any personal or financial information. Police say instead the text message should be deleted. Members of the public are encouraged to stay alert and report any suspicious messages to the authorities. In other local news, holders of liquor licenses, including licensees with music and dancing licenses in Grand Cayman, are reminded that the renewal deadline for these licenses is 4 p.m. on August 16th. Radio Cayman's Felicia Rankin-Solins tells us more.
Renewal applications must be submitted to the Department of Commerce and Investment either online or via its first-floor counter in the Government Administration Building by the deadline in order to be added to the meeting agenda. The counter is open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Decisions for renewals will be made at the annual liquor licensing session on September 3rd. The new license period begins October 1st, 2024. License holders are also advised that licenses expiring on September 30th, 2024 must be renewed at this annual session if they are to operate for the new license period. Licensees are asked to contact the Department of Environmental Health, Cayman Islands Fire Service, and Port Authority of the Cayman Islands departments directly to book required inspections. I'm Felicia Rankin-Solins.
Thank you, Felicia. Now for a look at news from around the world. Here's the BBC.
Hello, I'm Emily Thomas with the BBC News. 2 days after surviving an assassination attempt, Donald Trump is in Milwaukee, joining thousands of grassroots supporters and political heavyweights at the start of the Republican National Convention. The 4-day event will culminate with his acceptance speech as the Republican candidate to contest November's presidential election. Mr. Trump has signalled he's rewritten his speech to call for national unity. President Biden has also said America must now come together. Mark Wayne Mullin, a US Senator from Oklahoma and a friend of Donald Trump, said the former president was in good spirits.
We just talked. I was wanting to know how he was doing. He said he was doing good, and we discussed back and forth about what had taken place, how the crowd reacted. His ear. I'm a wrestler, so I have cauliflower ear. I don't know if you know what that is or not, but he was making fun of his ears messed up like mine now. So he was lighthearted, but in great spirits.
Police in Kenya say they've arrested a serial killer following the recent discovery of at least 9 mutilated bodies at a rubbish dump in Nairobi. The BBC's Ian Wafuda reports from the Kenyan capital.
Kenya's Director of Criminal Investigation said that police found crucial evidence at the suspect's home, including 10 phones, a machete, identity cards, and women's clothing. They also discovered 9 sacks similar to those that were recently found full of body parts at a nearby rubbish dump. The police said the 33-year-old suspect, Collins Jomaisi Khalesia, lived close to the site. Since Friday, police have cordoned off the dump site where the 9 female bodies were found in various stages of decomposition. Kenya's police watchdog said it was investigating whether there was any possible police involvement in the crimes, noting that the dump site was just 100 meters from a police station.
Rescue workers in Nepal have resumed searching for 2 buses with 65 passengers on board who were swept into a river on Friday. Officials say they do not expect to find any survivors. 11 bodies have been found so far. 3 passengers survived after they were thrown out of the buses and swam to safety. More than 200 security officers are searching the area.
That's it for Radio Cayman's 8 o'clock morning news. I'm Dion Anglin.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin, or the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Buttontown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet, because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what though, this old girl's feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Radio Cayman News.
A young girl is recovering after being hit by a car on the Esterly Tippets Highway.
The two-car collision on Shamrock Road proved fatal.
She alleges that the politician raped the woman after asking her for a ride home from an event.
There have been no reports of any fuel spills as a result of this incident.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice for today's biggest news.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britcade, where people come first.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 86 degrees. Relative humidity is 81%. The barometric pressure is 30.00 inches and rising. The wind is out of the east-northeast at 6 knots. Overnight low temperature was 83 degrees. Synopsis indicate light northeasterly winds and seas are expected over the Cayman area for the next 24 hours, in association with a weak pressure gradient over the northwest Caribbean. Radar images show isolated showers in and around the Cayman area moving towards the west. Now, the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today and tonight is calling for partly cloudy skies with a 40% chance of showers for today, and for tonight, 30% chance of showers. Temperatures will rise to the low 90s with a heat index of around 105 degrees today and will fall to the upper 70s tonight. Winds will be east to northeast at 5 to 10 knots and slight seas with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Low tide will be this morning at 11:14, high tide this evening at 6:53. The sun will set this evening at 5 minutes past 7 and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:57. And the outlook is calling for a tropical wave currently over the central Caribbean to approach the Cayman area from tomorrow afternoon, with an increase in cloudiness and showers. A decrease in showers is expected from Wednesday morning as the tropical wave moves west of the Cayman area.
We were on the edge of a breakthrough. I knew the substance was extraterrestrial, but I didn't realize.
Aunt Angie, what does this have to do with managing my insurance?
Well, long story long, the entire lab exploded, and the radioactive sludge went everywhere. I ended up in the hospital for a few weeks, but I was able to manage everything with the CG Online portal.
The online portal. Safe, convenient, simple. CG Britgay. Good like that.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britgay, where people come first.
Quality of sleep is vital for maintaining good mental and physical health. Sleeping helps repair and restore our brains, not just our bodies. Sleep apnea is a condition that causes you to stop breathing while you sleep. To protect you, your brain wakes you up so you can resume breathing again. Did you know men are more at risk along with elderly and those overweight? Symptoms can include loud snoring, difficulty staying asleep, waking up short of breath, and fatigue, among many others. If it goes untreated, sleep apnea can cause serious health complications, but with medical assistance can be mitigated and even avert the risk of more serious complications.
Your health tip was brought to you by Total Health, comprehensive preventative health care in the Cayman Islands.
Do you want to say in the development plan for the Cayman Islands? Well, the next planned Cayman public consultation meeting will take place tonight, Monday, July 15th, from 7 until 9 p.m. in Little Cayman at the Little Cayman Beach Resort. Tune into Radio Cayman as we broadcast the planned Cayman public consultation live from 7 p.m. tonight, Monday, July 15th. The consult will focus on the 2024 draft planning statement. If you'd like to view the planning statement, you can log on to www.plancayman.ky and share your feedback at tonight's Monday, Public's meeting in Little Cayman, and which will be carried live right here on Radio Cayman from 7 until 9 p.m.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Top of the morning to you. Let's take a look what's happening on the roads. Coming from the east on Shamrock Road, traffic is moving on moderately further up and further down. Traffic a little steady but flowing, and steady traffic on Cool Road heading to Georgetown. Eastbound traffic on Cool Road is moving along at a good pace. Coming off of Bobby Thompson Way, steady traffic, as well as on Huldah Avenue. On the West Bay four-way stop, flowing at a good pace. Coming off of the Ashley Tibbetts Highway, traffic is steady but flowing. And continuing on to Northtown Road to the Industrial Park area, flowing moderately. No issues on Owen Roberts Drive as traffic is light to moderate. If you've seen accidents or incidents, please give us a call here at Radio Cayman 949-6990. That's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again at about 10 minutes past 12. We'll give you another look at traffic.
Summer's heating up, and so are the good times. Whether you are out on the water, enjoying the beach, or gathering with colleagues for an office bash, make it a feast to remember with Subway. From assorted sandwich platters to mouth-watering cookies, our catering menu has something for everyone. Perfect for groups of 5 or more. For food that's fresh, fast, and perfect for any occasion, choose Subway Catering. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Did you know that there are over 300 public rights of ways to the shoreline across the 3 Cayman Islands? Now you can find them easily with the new Shoreline iMap at gov.ky/shoreline.
The new KFC nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat, unlike the no-gets. At KFC, we hand-bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio. All of our phone lines are functioning. Toll-free number 1-800-534-8255, 949-8037-949-6990. WhatsApp 925-3261 as well. We're going to continue on a positive note this morning with good news. We know that sometimes that doesn't necessarily always generate discussion, but we going to do it anyway. We're going to talk more about the positive things that are taking place here in the Cayman Islands and elsewhere as well. But if you have something that you want to talk about, maybe completely separate and apart from what I may be talking about, please feel free to call in as well. So we see where the NCB group and acts of random kindness Cayman, known as ARC Cayman, announced the completion of their partnered and entirely privately funded tiny home project to Miss Marva Borden, who tragically lost her long-time home and possessions in a fire during the COVID-19 pandemic. So that's several years ago. In a collaboration that leveraged resources, services, industry partnerships, and extensive man hours from one of Cayman's leading property developers, NCB Group's contribution to the project saved ARC Cayman an estimated $70,000 of funding. Further savings were made through contributions from key industry players, including significant cash donations from 1503 Property Group and Artex Risk Solutions Limited, the Tiny Home Architect Drawings template from Arco Architectural Services, and interior furniture from DMS Broadcasting. The release goes on to say that earlier this week, the project was celebrated with a ribbon-cutting ceremony for Miss Marva at her home, attended by dignitaries, project partners, and members of the press. And this is a quote. Miss Marva is a well-loved member of the Cayman community, and her story has touched the lives of many, said Miss Tara Nielsen, director of ARC Cayman. We're so happy to welcome her into her new home and extend our deepest gratitude to all who contributed to the project's success. We hope our community and the industry partners inspire other organizations to support future projects in similar ways. Yes, folks, we need more of that as well. And they go on to say that we are incredibly proud to have created meaningful change for Miss Marva and to support future recipients of ARC initiatives with the funds saved now allocated to other projects. And that was a quote from Mr. Matthew White. I just want to say Miss Marva, her family goes back a long way. Her father, Mr. Ed Borden, we all knew him as Mr. Ed Bassi, was a shoemaker, shoe repair man, one of the few that we had in the Cayman Islands, in her early years. And no doubt, those days, you couldn't go online and buy shoes. You couldn't, you had a pair of shoes and you wore the sole out or you wore the heel out. You took it to the shoemaker. They put new soles on it, put new heels on it as well. And Mr. Ed Bassi, Mr. Ed Borden was extremely good at that as well. We continue to hear a lot about ARC Cayman and the NCB group, and there's some background information on that, and I want to give them kudos and give them credit as time allows. So I will share more of this press release and good news with you in terms of Miss Marva Borden having her house replaced after it was destroyed by fire. We do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Good morning, caller. Welcome to For the Record. No, Susan? No one's. Good morning, caller. Welcome to For the Record. Okay. No one is there. Okay. So, Orrett Cayman is a registered private sector nonprofit organization founded in 2006. ARCS, which is the acronym for Acts of Random Kindness. Their focus is on improving the standard of living in the homes of the disadvantaged, ensuring that no one goes hungry or homeless, encouraging and providing education and mentorship, aiding children and adults in life-threatening medical emergencies, responding to and providing community relief in the event of natural disasters, and ensuring any matter of crisis or suffering are eased by collective community support. And if you want to learn more and see the 15 years of Acts of Random Kindness, you can visit their website at www.arccayman.org as well. Ms. Susan, anyone? Okay. Background information about the NCB Group as well. NCB Group is a leading Cayman Islands residential, commercial, and hospitality developer and service provider, established in 2001 by Noel Clayton Borden. The company focuses on environmentally friendly building practices to create luxurious, sustainable communities that inspire, covering 10 service lines, including construction, project management, and property services. NCB Group provides integrated building and management solutions, and you can visit them at ncbgroup.ky, or you can connect with them on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook if you want to learn more as well. And of course, there was a ribbon cutting ceremony, and present at that ribbon cutting ceremony was Jill Davidson of the 1503 Property Group, Mr. Joseph Hugh, Deputy Leader of the Opposition and elected member for Georgetown North, Eileen Teron, DMS Broadcasting, Miss Marva Borden in the photograph as well, Matthew White, Managing Director of NCB Group, Tara Nielsen, Director of Cayman's ARC, and Monica Guzman, Arco Architectural Services, as well. Mr. Harun Pandui, was there also in the photograph. Again, we see our corporate citizens and others stepping up to the plate and, providing assistance to someone who is in need. We need more of it. We probably get more of it as well, but sometimes, people just want to do what it is that they have to do, get along, move along with it, and not necessarily, put it in the news. But stories like this, we hope will inspire others to step forward and do the same as well. Of course, we have the good and the bad in the Cayman Islands, and we have some, many scam artists out there as well, especially we keep hearing in the construction field where they take advantage of those persons who are most vulnerable, take advances for work to be done, then disappear, as well. And we have to ensure that when those occasions occur, the person is identified, the person is prosecuted, and they are punished for these type of crimes where they take advantage of the most vulnerable in our society and trust me, there are many scam artists out there, in particular in the construction field, the small construction field as well. They also provided information in relation to the persons, the entities who donated towards this project as well. Ms. Susan, we're going to try the phone lines again. Okay. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Still nothing. Okay. Well, I'm going to do these credits first. So some of the companies, Abernathy and Associates, contributed to the project as well for the rebuilding of Miss Marva's home. A.L. Thompson, Andy Adapa, Better Built, Blue Energy, Bon Vivant, Builder Wholesale, CI Precast, Cayman Building Supplies, Cayman Electrical Supply Limited, Cox Lumber Limited, CSDI, DAC, EK Trade, Elite Marble and Granite, Fast Signs, Fire Extinguisher Pros, Flowers Group, Godfrey Variety Store, Grand Studio, Growing Beauty, IWC, JNB Distributors, Kirk Concrete Clean, Viva, KRK Imports, Massive Group, Millstone, Prado Construction, TCE Paint Shop, Tri Island, Tropic Taps, and Watler and Hislop as well. They all contributed to this extremely worthy project. Folks, we're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned. For the Record, we'll be back shortly.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN Money Transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
July is Laundry Month at Brand Source Home Gallery. Get ready to save big with 15% off on all washers and dryers, both domestic and commercial, and 30% off on selected laundry items.
Is your washer or dryer on its last spin? Now's the time to upgrade. From GE, LG, Samsung, Beko, Electrolux to Frigidaire, save up to 30% on laundry appliances during the month of July.
Visit Brand Source Home Gallery on Dorsey Drive in Industrial Park or call 623-5000.
Check out brandsourcecayman.com for more deals. Voted Best Appliance Store of 2023.
Tired of feeling exhausted, no matter how much sleep you get? It could be sleep apnea, a condition affecting millions of people that often goes undiagnosed. At Total Health, we believe in the power of preventative care. That's why we're offering at-home Level 2 sleep studies, convenient, comfortable, and conducted in the privacy of your own home. Untreated, sleep apnea can lead to serious health issues like high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. Our comprehensive approach means you get personalized care from start to finish. Wake up to a healthier tomorrow with Total Health. Contact us today at 333-2222 or visit totalhealth.ky to schedule your at-home Level 2 sleep study. Because a good night's sleep is just the beginning. Total Health, your partner in preventative care.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. I've been bragging about our phone lines all being functional, but we have a little glitch. Working on that. Meanwhile, our WhatsApp number, we can only accommodate one caller at a time, 925-3261. Keep trying that number. We're working on the little glitch. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller on WhatsApp, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Ossie. It's good I could reach you on WhatsApp because I tried you on the other two, and Miss Susan suggested this one. I finally got you.
Yes, great, good.
I'm not trying to knock you. You know, I know you've already said that. So.
That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, three things, Ossie. Firstly, I just want to touch a little bit on the issue that we spoke about on Friday, the one about the report of the Boundaries Commission.
Yes.
Yes, I mean, as I said on Friday briefly, I watched only part of your show, but I did go back to it and watched, like in detail what you said and so forth.
Uh-huh.
And all I can add to that, OC, is that you and Dr. Steve were 100% correct. It is not just misleading for what Cabinet has done to consider the report and then say, well, we are rejecting it and we are going to make arrangements for the appointment of a new body. It's unconstitutional. Now, it's really unconstitutional because of, well, there are various legal maxims we can use, but those really for radio are not appropriate. But basically what they come to is as follows, is that when the people who made the Constitution appear to have taken a lot of time to identify who the officers or the public officials who should be involved in that are,
Mm-hmm.
and it outlined a specific procedure of how to deal with that, then the plain meaning of that provision has to apply. So in this case, what did the makers of the Constitution do? They identified who the officials are. They said it will be the Boundaries Commission, it will be the governor, it will be the premier, it will be finally the Legislative Assembly to decide.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also said very clearly what each role these bodies are supposed to play. And it says finally the Legislative Assembly is going to approve the report with or without modification.
Right.
And once the makers of the Constitution have said this is the way that we are going to deal with this matter, you can't now say, oh, but you see, because we are cabinet, and under Section 43 of the Constitution, we've got the executive authority of government.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, we are going to deal with it. No. What it means is that, yes, you, as Parliament, as Cabinet, maybe you might want to see the report just for information, for party purposes in your caucus. You might also want to have a look at it to see what position you will take when you go to Parliament. You can do all those things, but you shouldn't do things that are, one, unconstitutional, not agreeing with what is in Section 69, and even saying things really which are misleading. And I must emphasize, it's not just misleading, it is unconstitutional what they have done. So I just thought that I should express that and agree with you 100%. I hope that they will be able, to undo this and make sure that they do it right.
Yes, I think that is important. And then I think the debate that will take place in our parliament, then it will change the direction of the debate, so that rather than everyone getting up and debating the process, they will basically talk about the report itself rather than the process that was embarked upon.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely. Sort out the process, correct it outside before they get there so that they can really make good use of the time to talk about the substance of the report.
Yes.
Well, so I just thought that I should chime in there, but otherwise nothing to add except to agree 100% that it was unconstitutional.
Yeah, and I apologize for catching you off guard, on that as well, because you hadn't, when we spoke, you hadn't had the opportunity, to read the release. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was grateful that you gave me at least some preliminary information once I had called in, and so then it allowed me later on to be able to come onto it.
Mm-hmm.
So now the second thing is something you discussed about 2 weeks ago. I saw those pictures of the dumping of those law books, and I couldn't. I mean, I just feel that I have to. Although that was a while back, well, not too long ago, but I thought really I should express some view about that. You see, OC, whoever did that, I'm sorry to say, is an ignoramus. I don't like to use strong words.
Yeah.
Somebody who can say that these books, because they are now old, they should be dumped. I can't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
But the first thing I should say is that this is not, the first time that this has happened in government.
I know.
You should know it even better than I do, but I know one specific incident which happened under my nose. When I was in legislative drafting department, there was a head of department there who I shall not name, who was in the process of, I just got into the office and they were putting these books on the table and they looked like they were not being arranged in a proper way. So I said, what are you going to do with these books? And the word she used was, we're taking them to the dump. So I said, seriously? I said, yeah, because we bought some new ones, so we're taking them to the dump. So I said, well, can I just have a look at them? Can I take some of them if I want to? They said, yeah, you can take some of them. So I went through them, and frankly, I could have taken all of them, but I didn't have the space.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the Houseberry's Laws of England, which is an encyclopedia of laws of England. They have editions from time to time. And I took a bunch of those, a lot of other books as well, which I still have them to this day. And I couldn't believe that this kind of thing is still taking place. Let me give you an example. When I was first called to the bar in the country I was first called in, a lot of law firms had libraries, small libraries, where they kept some of the essential books. But occasionally, they wanted to do some historical research on some complicated case. And they had to go to the library either at the Ministry of Justice or to the High Court Library. And the reason they went there is because in those libraries, they didn't throw away anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to go back to law reports to 1776, they had them there, which is very interesting in Cayman, especially that the people who are making these decisions are usually expatriates. And this is the high quality sort of expatriates that are being brought to Cayman who don't understand that historical books are very, very important. And I remember when I listened to that program on the day, I think 4 people called about the same. And I think I know who all those 4 people are, and they are not lawyers at all.
Yep.
One of them has worked was one of the founding people who worked in, I think it was Walker's for more than 40 years, a lady I know reasonably well. She also was just appalled. And how can people in government really who are either engaged as librarians or lawyers, should have done that? So I think that this was also, in a sense, it's a teachable moment also for kids going through high school and so on to understand that you don't throw away books the way you throw away some of these, some of these books which it's a little novel of no significance and you've got no space for it. Yeah, maybe at some point you can throw it away because it's fiction. But last point, OC. Last point, you remember, OC, that I had mentioned, and I'll be very brief on this one because it's not, it's more like personal. You remember I did say that I had filed a judicial review against the Chief Justice and the Judicial and Legal Service Commission?
Yes.
You might remember that,
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what has happened now is that officially the governor has appointed an acting judge who will hear the matter.
Okay.
Because I made the representation to both the Chief Justice and the governor to say I don't think I can get a fair trial in light of certain antecedents which took place in the Grand Court, in this matter which relates to a complaint against the judge. So I've been officially informed that they have appointed an acting judge. I don't know what the name of that acting judge is, but they've told me who the special assistant to the judge will be, who will be a lady from the judiciary.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about that, also, the reason why my documents which are filed are not available to the public is something, again, very interesting. You see, OC, if I sue you that maybe you damaged my bicycle and I'm suing you for $19, that writ, once I file it, it is put on the open side of the court.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can go there and read about it.
Okay.
But if I apply for judicial review against the government, like I'm applying for leave, okay, I'm applying for permission to bring judicial review, that document is not public. That is the practice of this judiciary. Now, when the application for leave is heard, and then a judge gives me leave now to bring the actual judicial review, that is the one that becomes public. Now,
is there any reason? Is there any reason why it's done that way here?
Well, to be frank with you, I think it's for an ulterior motive, but that's only just an opinion.
Mm.
Because to me, under Section 7 of the Constitution, it says that all decisions, like you have a right to go to court and have all your decisions determined in an open and public forum.
Mm-hmm.
That's the constitutional guarantee. So how can they tell us that, well, if I sue you in the subordinate court for $20, that is public, but if I'm going against the government to say, look, I think, for example, you denied me a liquor license, and as a result, I'm losing $10,000 a day. They say that cannot be public.
Mm.
It can only be public once the judge gives me leave. And just to drive the point home, you see, let us imagine that they don't give me leave, and then I decide not to appeal it. The public would never get to know about it.
Yes.
Exactly. So I've written to the Chief Justice. I've engaged her about this. She has explained to me. She said, no, the way we do it is different. But I have told her, I've given her my legal argument, but I have told her that I think you need to change that because it means that you are giving government an undue advantage. And her response to me was that, well, we always keep our rules under review, and this is something we will look at.
Okay.
But anyway, so in due course, I will be able to communicate to you when I get the hearing date. They told me that we should have a hearing date named within the next week or two, and then we'll take it from there. So I'm really happy about that.
Good to know.
Well, thanks very much, OC. I thought also I should keep you company. That's why I've been talking so much.
Thank you very much, Billy.
Thank you, OC. Bye-bye.
All right.
We'll speak next time.
Take care. Ms. Susan, we're going to take that commercial break. Do we have phones working now as well? We're getting there. We're almost there, folks. We're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers, a compounding story.
I don't think people realize how pain creeps into your life. It has a way of robbing your strength. I really don't like taking prescription medication orally.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. They understand.
When it comes to compounded medication, it's personal. So whenever there's a problem with some medication or treatments that's not working right, then a physician will call me and say, hey, they're having bad side effects from this medication.
Compounding pain cream changed the game. Made special for me. Significant pain relief in the form of a cream. That is a new experience for me.
It's changed his life.
It worked.
Ask your pharmacist or healthcare provider about compounding at West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Call 914-6449.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet, because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what, this old girl feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
We were on the edge of a breakthrough. I knew the substance was extraterrestrial, but I didn't realize.
Aunt Angie, what does this have to do with managing my insurance?
Well, long story long, the entire lab exploded. And the radioactive sludge went everywhere. I ended up in the hospital for a few weeks, but I was able to manage everything with the CG Online portal.
The online portal. Safe, convenient, simple. CG Britgay. Good like that.
You know what I love to do with my family? Go fishing. I can put the bait on and cast and reel the line all by myself. My mommy and daddy say when they were little, there were plenty more fish to catch, but now there are lots more people fishing, so it's harder to find them. That's why we have marine parks now. They set some areas aside so the fish there can have babies and grow bigger. Then they swim out to other areas where I can catch them. Having the marine parks means there will still be fish there when I'm grown up and fishing with a family of my own.
For more info, download the Cayman DOE app or visit doe.ky.
With Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're still working on the phone lines, and they're all working again. So our toll-free number 1-800-534-8255, 949-8037, 949-6990. WhatsApp number 925-3261 as well. Meanwhile, I will share with you another government release. This was on the 12th of July, Friday, the 12th of July. Premier leads relief mission to regional neighbors impacted by Hurricane Beryl. And I know there will be comments, and there have been comments, about what is being done and referencing, the need here in the Cayman Islands, as well. And, many people will have their views, but we have a history here in the Cayman Islands also of helping others. We have been helped by others, as well. So it is always good for us to pay it forward also. So the Cayman Islands government is pledging approximately $1 million in financial and tangible aid to regional neighbors impacted by Hurricane Beryl. Firstly, Honorable Premier Juliana O'Connor Connolly will lead a relief mission to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines on Tuesday, the 16th of July, 2024. Premier Connolly and the delegation of members of Parliament, personnel from Hazard Management Cayman Islands, and other government officials will deliver much-needed supplies to the countries. The in-kind donation includes essentials such as tarpaulins, air mattresses, dry food, personal and feminine hygiene products, personal and feminine hygiene products, and first aid kits. The delegation and supplies will travel via the national flag carrier, and you heard me talk about the Cayman Airways earlier. Cayman Airways on a special charter flight early Tuesday morning and return later that evening, as well. Of course, there was some issues and misunderstanding in relation to what was said by the Prime Minister of Grenada in terms of what was taking place, but that has all been cleared up now. But I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you this much in terms of that story about Grenada. Yes, here in the Cayman Islands, we have these, what is it now, 30-something thousand, maybe more than that now, persons on work permits. I have always advocated that we need to include more nationals from within the region. And, what we may want to look at the end of the day is encouraging companies to recruit from within the region, as well. We are part of CARICOM. We're an associate member of CARICOM. We're not part of the whole CARICOM project in relation to in the integration part of it. But certainly, we saw, for instance, after the volcano in Montserrat, that some persons were relocated here to the Cayman Islands. Some persons were, many went to the United Kingdom as well. So, if we need people to work and they have the skill set that is needed, why not encourage them? Their ability to earn money, their ability to remit portions of their salaries to their family members over there will go so far in assisting and helping to rebuild their country that has been devastated by the hurricane, as well. So while it may have been misleading what was said and, corrected by the Prime Minister of Grenada, the whole idea of attracting people from the Eastern Caribbean to come and work in the Cayman Islands, those that have that skill set, should not be something that we should take lightly. It is something that we should explore, and companies should consider it as well. If we want that balance, we want to create that balance that we all talk about, then maybe that needs to be done as well. Miss Susan, you ready for me to come to you now? Not yet? Okay. So we see other jurisdictions are also doing what they can. For instance, in Bermuda, there has been a fundraising campaign launched for the victims of Hurricane Beryl as well. And the Bermuda Red Cross has put out a call for donations to support those affected by Hurricane Beryl, which battered the Caribbean recently. A Red Cross spokesman said in a statement that while efforts to prepare in advance of the storm bore fruit, an international campaign has been launched with the goal of helping 25,000 of those in the greatest need. And they go on to say that in the initial days, the focus will be on the distribution of relief items and short-term shelter solutions that will cover people's immediate needs. Over time, however, the plan is to also carry out interventions that help people ensure access to dignified and safe shelter, focusing on building back better, as well as provisions of cash and vouchers for specific goods. It would also offer various supports for restoration of livelihoods due to the storm's impact on infrastructure. Many people on the islands have been left without an income. And again, I will reiterate this, and I'm sure that I will be criticized for it, as well. But while we have an employment boom here in the Cayman Islands, while there is an obvious need, we have more hotel room space being available in the Cayman Islands. We know that it can't be filled locally. We know that those persons who are already on the inside of companies, they are in a position to promote their nationals, in terms of work, to say, well, I know someone, who has this skill set, who has that skill set, and they help each other. Why can't the Cayman Islands look at those persons with skill sets? Remember, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they're all so heavily reliant on tourism. They have people with the skill sets, as well. If we really want to rebalance the population of the Cayman Islands, then maybe we should start looking. Maybe an active campaign should be undertaken. And, while I'm not in a position to advise our Premier and our government, I'm in a position to voice my personal opinion, and I will voice it here now to say that why not explore that when they go to Grenada, when they go to St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Why not talk to the prime ministers there and say to them, let us know the people who have certain skill sets, what they can do, and see how we can link them up with employers here in the Cayman Islands. And employers themselves can take the initiative, as well. Like I said, I'll catch a lot of hell for it. But at the same time, I'm also a strong advocate to ensuring that all Caymanians who are willing, able, and equipped to work, that they should be put to work as well. And I will continue to champion that cause as well. But here is an excellent opportunity for us to help people to get back on their feet as well. Why is it that we shouldn't take up take up that initiative and see what can be done in that regard? So while there may have been some misinterpretation or misspeak, as far as Grenada is concerned, it is still something that we can approach. Like I said, we have done it before. We did it with Montserrat. Of course, Montserrat had a much smaller population, but at the same time, there's so much more that we can do, and I want to laud the Premier and her government for what they are doing to support our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean as well. Folks, top of the hour headline news. When we return, the conversation will continue. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
The police is aware of a circulating fraudulent text message purporting to be from Judicial KY, which suggests that the recipient owes outstanding fees to the court and includes a link to review the file. Police say the URL included in the email is a known malicious site for phishing campaigns and should not be clicked. Instead, the text message should be deleted. Good morning, I'm Dion Anglin with your headlines and news elsewhere. Several major questions have emerged for the U.S. Secret Service to answer in the aftermath of the shooting of Donald Trump at a rally in Pennsylvania. The FBI has taken on the role of lead investigator into the incident, during which one person was killed and two others critically injured, while Trump was wounded in the ear. As the U.S. demands answers, the Secret Service director has been summoned to testify before a committee of the U.S. House of Representatives on July 22nd. And a man with a rifle could be seen on a rooftop minutes before shots were fired at the Donald Trump rally in Pennsylvania, a witness has told the BBC. The witness, who called himself Greg, said the man had crawled on top of the building located just outside the event in the Butler County. That's a wrap of your headlines. I'm Dion Anglin.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
The Health Services Authority has over 120 world-class physicians offering the most comprehensive range of specialist services on island. Our dedicated team of professionals provide the highest quality care in orthopedics, interventional radiology, women's health, geriatrics, and a host of other specialist areas. We are a JCI accredited organization with a proven record of excellence. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you. For more information, visit hsa.ky.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. We have a caller on hold. Caller, good morning. Sorry. They're not ready yet. Sorry. I was missed out on that there, Miss Susan. We're still working on the phone lines, and we will have you connected in less than no time. Meanwhile, if the person who's on hold wants to call on the WhatsApp number 925-3261, they can switch over and call us on that number 925-3261. Meanwhile, one of our listeners wanted to send out their deepest sympathies to the family of their good friend, Mr. Rodney Rivers. He's gone but will never be forgotten. That's coming from Mr. Tommy Ebanks, who wants to send out his condolences, his sympathies to the family of the late Rodney Rivers as well. And going back now to talking about the assistance that we can give to our brothers and sisters in Eastern Caribbean and elsewhere. And some may question why we haven't, why Jamaica isn't included in it as well. And, there are countries that need, people that need, in all of the countries as well. Jamaica has resources that they have already that they have directed towards it. I think they were also expected. I think it was it 16 point something million US dollars from the Caribbean Catastrophic Risk Facility as well, and they expect to get more. And then of course we have many Jamaican nationals here who are able to assist their family members in Jamaica as well. I'm sure that the government has not forgotten Jamaica, and you heard just immediately after the hurricane, the premier spoke about the fact that she had spoken to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness, as well, and offered support. But it is quite obvious that the smaller countries, Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, really, really need the assistance. One thing I can say about Grenada, yes, Grenada, no problems in terms of the airport, their runway. They have a long runway. Of course, that was, I believe, built by the Cubans, which was something that the Reagan administration wasn't too happy about, in those days. And you remember the invasion of Grenada that took place as well. But they do have a huge runway there as well. And I'm sure that the delegation that is going, and they're going there to show their support, to render their support. They don't want to be a distraction when they go there. They don't want to be disruptive in terms of what is taking place. They don't want to be a distraction. And so whatever they do, I'm sure that it will be done on very, very low-keyed. I'm sure that it will be appreciated by the governments, of both countries, St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada as well. What I was saying earlier is that we're not part of the free movement of peoples throughout the CARICOM countries, and not all full members of CARICOM really have subscribed to that, as well. But I believe that it would be really, really be noteworthy if we could offer employment, or private sector could look at recruiting from those areas for those persons who have the skill set that are needed here. That will help to rebalance the equation. We're going to try the phone lines to see if they're working now. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Are you hearing us?
Yes, OC, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Great.
Good morning. I could hear you a while ago too, but they never allow you to continue.
Okay. I think they were still trying to fine tune things. Yeah.
I kept calling and keep dropping out. OC. It's nice that the Cayman Islands, small island, or us small island people can help those people up to the east of us. Because I went to every one of them, and every one of them make reference to us as small island people. It's nice now that we can be helping them. I know one thing. I haven't seen no help come from none of them yet. I don't know about you, but I haven't seen anything come from the way up that way.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just making reference to what you were talking about. That's not really what I call about. But yeah, I've been to every one of them, and they don't treat us nice, OC. I'm telling you. And they make reference to us by the color of our skin. I went to school up there. I went to school, and I went to, and not only being in school where a lot of them was attending, but I've been to almost every one of them islands.
But do you think, and that I won't, not wanting to give away your age as well, but do you think that over time that things have changed and their view of these small islands, based on the successes that we have achieved, that their views may have changed?
Well, because of economics, yeah, because of all their different people that are here now that they're benefiting from our economy. Yeah, I guess no, but even then, see, they had a lot of people here because I would always say to them, the next question they would throw out when they make reference is, how come your dollar is much stronger than ours and you don't have no natural resources? That was always the question to us. And I always told them, I say, call your aunt and uncle or brother or whatever that down in the Cayman Islands and ask them, you know. So even though we were helping, they still was questioning the reason for the strength of our dollar when we don't have no natural resources where the words was often used. I know about all of them. But what I call about OC is that I often hear, especially former MP McLean make reference to in Parliament asking other parliamentary members if they think that this is a third world country or something like that, right? But I can see us heading down that road of being third world country, because I just saw on BBC where many countries in the world now are to the capacity of generating electricity. And I think I heard CUC was contemplating on cutting electricity at certain time in certain areas or something like that during the day.
Well,
I did you hear that?
Yeah. We talked about that on the show as well. I think they issued a warning that based on the demand and the capacity they had, I think they were putting us on notice that it was possible that it may happen. Now, that some people may question and say, are they telling us this so that they can increase the rates again? And of course, then we see the 3-point-something% increase that just took place. So some people were skeptical about why all of a sudden they would issue that. I saw it differently, and maybe I'm a little bit naive, but I saw it as them coming forward, telling us that you can expect that this may happen if we don't do certain things.
Okay, let's see. Planning. Planning seems to be just approving any major project that come to them. I'm asking, does planning and CUC get together, or does planning confirm with CUC whenever they're approving a major horizon building and all that, because that's going to be more demand on CUC. So whenever there's a project come into planning to be approved, do they get with CUC concerning the demand for more electricity and what CUC capacity is, whether they can generate enough electricity to provide for these new projects?
I'm not aware that actually takes place.
But wouldn't that be, or see if that's the situation, the more customers come online, would be more demand for electricity. So is CUC got a capacity to generate enough electricity for these new projects, along with those that we already have online? I think instead of planning just rubber stamping everything that comes around, we should put now a moratorium on certain projects. My thing is only to build now dwelling homes, hospitals, and school, and shut everything else down.
Yeah, and trust me, there is no. I'm not sure. I'm sure that this is no accident that in the Turks and Caicos Islands, right, where Fortis, of course, is the provider over there as well, like they are here in Cayman. They have just applied again for a 6% increase in their rates as well. I believe it has been rejected, but let me find it for you and tell you exactly what they have there as well. So the Fortis boosts power generation capacity amidst soaring energy demands, and but there was a part there as well about them seeking their increase in rates as well, and of course Here it is. Yeah, Fortis defends proposed hike amidst economic growth and rising costs. So you see where their profit margins have increased, but yet they still say, we need to increase the rate. So it says that Fortis, the main electricity provider in the Turks and Caicos Islands, defending its proposed 6% rate increase, citing the need to meet the demands of a booming economy and escalating costs. That sounds like the same playbook for the Cayman Islands. In a high stakes battle over electricity rates, Fortis TCI, the main power provider in the Turks and Caicos Islands, is locked in a standoff with the government over a proposed 6% rate increase, which would amount to an additional $2 to $15 per month for most residential customers, if approved. Companies currently awaiting the governor's appointment of an independent inquiry to review the reasonableness of its proposal. So they're going to do an independent review of it. But, the layperson out there would say, if you're making more profits and everything else, why is it then you have to increase the rates? And one wonders whether or not, if they didn't have a monopoly over the supply of power, how would the dynamics change in that regard?
Remember cable and wireless?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. That sound like greed to me, because if you're not losing money, and you're still making a major profit, is it just because of the high demand for more electricity?
Yeah.
I guess, but if you're at your capacity and you're not generating anymore, if you're thinking about cutting electricity at a certain time, that means you're not going to be generating anymore. You're going to just be distributing it the way you want to, in the places that you want to do it to.
Yeah, and remember now, Fortis is a publicly traded company. I think they're on the Canadian Stock Exchange, I believe that is where they're located. So at the end of the day, those executives are thinking about their shareholders and their profit margin. So they're more focused on the bottom line than anything else, I would say, because you have that responsibility to your shareholders as well. Lord Graham, go ahead.
Before you go, and that idea came up because, like you say, what you said in your statement, booming economy. The guys in Canada are saying, "Oh, they got booming economy. We got to stick it to them. Yeah. They can pay." That's what it is.
Yep.
All right, we'll see.
All right, take care, folks. We're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet, because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what though, this old girl feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone, and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
July is Laundry Month at Brand Source Home Gallery. Get ready to save big with 15% off on all washers and dryers, both domestic and commercial, and 30% off on selected laundry items.
Is your washer or dryer on its last spin? Now's the time to upgrade. From GE, LG, Samsung, Beko, Electrolux to Frigidaire, save up to 30% on laundry appliances during the month of July.
Visit Brand Source Home Gallery on Dorsey Drive in Industrial Park or call 623-5000.
Check out brandsourcekman.com for more deals. Voted Best Appliance Store of 2023.
This is Rakeem Lashley, and I work in the water and wastewater sector. I am concerned about the vulnerability of our island's sewage systems to climate impacts. Flooding is becoming a bigger concern due to rising sea levels and more intense rainfall events. This can compromise sanitation systems and put the health and safety of our people at risk. So protecting our environment and strengthening critical infrastructure are priorities. To learn more about the climate risks to our islands, visit www.gov.ky/climate change policy.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. Our phone lines functioning again. Toll-free number 1-800-534-8255. Also 949-8037, 949-6990. WhatsApp number 925-3261. We have about 38 minutes left to go in the show. Don't wait until the last minute if you want to call. Meanwhile, one of our listeners, in my remarks about earlier this morning about what is happening in the United States and worldwide, this person says, yes, a dark day for America. Remember, history has proven that all empires rise and fall. Many Americans cannot seem to tame their appetite for high-powered guns, weapons of war. Combine that with hate, political venom, drug abuse, mental weakness, I would say mental wellness or mental challenges, and we have a deadly toxic recipe for disaster. Well, what is even more ironic about this whole thing with the guns and the shooting, and of course we know where Republicans in the U.S. stand, or most Republicans in the U.S. stand as far as, gun control is concerned, and we know that they're all supported by the NRA. Wisconsin, where the Republican National Convention will be taking place in the state of Wisconsin. I believe it is in Milwaukee. Well, Wisconsin is also known as one of the states in the United States that allows open carry of firearms. Open carry. So what does open carry mean? It means that individuals who are not prohibited from possessing a weapon under state or federal law can openly carry firearms without a permit in most public places, including parks, streets, and non-restricted areas of buildings. So, to me, that poses another dilemma, as far as Wisconsin is concerned, and the challenges that the U.S. Secret Service, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, as well as the local law enforcement will face. Where the convention will take place, I am sure that there must be some way of them prohibiting weapons from being, brought in there. But this America has to resolve the issue that it has when it comes to firearms and the right to bear arms, because some people believe that it has been grossly misinterpreted what the Constitution, what it means by that, and what it was intended to address at the time that it was put in the Constitution as well. But that's extremely interesting. So I'm going to go back and I'm switching all sorts of gears this morning because touching on every subject. CARICOM, like I said, we are an associate member of CARICOM. So is Bermuda. Anguilla has full membership. And there was a little quirk that took place there with that. And they have not changed that. They haven't changed it. The UK hasn't changed it whatsoever. So one of the few overseas territories that, has, the full membership in CARICOM as well. But the whole idea of CARICOM and the fact that, okay, I had it up here before. How did I lose it? Let me find it for you in relation to the free movement and the integration, of CARICOM membership as well. And CARICOM will, of course, make their contributions towards, okay, here we go, yes. The CARICOM single market and economy. And that was established, CARICOM single market and economy and free movement. So we're not part of the free movement portion of it, nor are we part of the single market and economy. It was established in 2001. It is an important part of the regional integration process and a driver of economic integration and resilience. The CSME, which is known by the acronym CSME, which is the CARICOM Single Market and Economy, is a single economic space that promotes intra-regional commerce and increases private sector competitiveness. It was created to help overcome the issues associated with limited market size by grouping markets within the community. The CSME's key components include free movement, macroeconomic policy coordination, and production integration across sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, and services. It's also considered as a method to tackle small-scale difficulties since the aggregate markets of the Caribbean community would provide a far more feasible economic space. So the free movement part of it, for instance, if we were a part of that, then it would make it so much easier for those persons with certain skills to be able to come work without as many restrictions as usually is the case. Of course, it is not something that they all agree on because some participate in it. Some have dragged their feet in terms of participating, in the free movement part of it, as well. Just wanted to briefly explain that to you. We have a caller on hold, but we have to take a commercial break. Caller, don't hang up. Just hang in there. As soon as we return from this commercial break, we will take your call. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly. Oh, the we've decided we're going to take the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Sorry for that mix-up. Oh, okay. So, folks, we're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned. For the Record, we'll be back shortly.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
Do you want your say in the development plan for the Cayman Islands? Well, the next Plan Cayman public consultation meeting will take place tonight, Monday, July 15th, from 7 until 9 p.m. in Little Cayman at the Little Cayman Beach Resort. Tune into Radio Cayman as we broadcast the Plan Cayman public consultation live from 7 p.m. tonight, July 15th. The consult will focus on the 2024 draft planning statement. You can view the planning statement at www.plancayman.ky and share your feedback at tonight's public meeting in Little Cayman, which will be carried here live on Radio Cayman from 7 until 9 p.m. tonight.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. I've asked the caller to try calling back, to call back. They hung up before. We're asking that caller. I actually sent a WhatsApp message to that caller. If they want to call back, please do so, as well. Again, I think I mentioned this on a previous show as well, that in the past we have rendered assistance. Of course, the Montserrat volcano eruption, we rendered assistance. Then there was another hurricane. I'm trying to remember the name of the hurricane that we also rendered assistance to St. Lucia and to the St. Vincent and the Grenadines as well, in terms of supplies, much needed supplies, and financial aid as well. And our gestures were appreciated. Folks, we are fortunate to be in the position that we are in. And yes, I hear you, that we still have people in the Cayman Islands here in need as well. And we have facilities in place. We have programs in place to assist them. So, for those out there who would get up on their soapbox and say that, the money and assistance that we're giving to others, that we need to do that for our own. We have the ability to do that. We have been doing that. And what we do for others does not in any way detract or lessen our ability to assist those, as well. So when we went to St. Lucia, took supplies, those supplies were separated because they were also intended for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Didn't have the ability at that time to fly to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but there were vessels in port in St. Lucia who then took those supplies to St. Vincent and the Grenadines from St. Lucia that we had taken, as well. So this is nothing new. We have always assisted. I am sure that assistance will come in other forms as well. I think the regional entity, CARLEC, we are members of that as well. And as far as technicians to go and assist with restoring electricity, that CUC, if that occurs, will be involved in that as well. Folks, we don't know when it may hit us and when we may require assistance as well. We do know, for those of you who were here after Hurricane Ivan, we do know what it is like. We do know what the challenges can be in terms of having potable water, having tarpaulins, having generators and everything else. We know what that is all about. We know what it is to stand online and wait to try to get your cell phone charged by, some generator as well. We know what it is like when we had persons like Alan Moore and his brother Arthur Moore, who at that time was running Mango Tree Restaurant, and those merchants who had food that obviously was going to end up being spoiled, donated that food, and Alan Moore and his crew cooked food every day and distributed, had the various organizations that were out there working, their staff coming in, picking up food and feeding everyone. We know, folks, what it is all about. Let's grab the callers. First caller, which one first, Miss Susan? What's up? The regular call. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. O'Connell.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Okay, and you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Concerning the gay pride that they had, the march that they had, I think it was on the 6th, right?
I think last weekend.
Yeah, right after the hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was looking at the pictures in the newspaper. Are those children that I see in the newspaper in that parade also?
Had no way of knowing whether or not they were there with their families or not.
But how can the government allow children in those types of parades?
Can the government, if it's can the government restrict them from being there? I would ask.
Well, what do the parents tell the children that parade is all about?
No idea. No idea.
A lot of those people I noticed that are foreigners also.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if those people realize it or the government realizes it. And then we have our own governor with a flag wrapped around her in the parade also. I don't know if these people have any fear of God whatsoever within their hearts, but they're going too far now. And something terrible is going to happen to this island.
Mm.
And I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. Ms. Susan, let's grab the WhatsApp call. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
OC, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good morning, Sir Clydas. How
Yes,
you doing?
I'm fine. And yourself?
Okay. I'm good. I'm good. I just want to concur with you wholeheartedly concerning Cayman giving aid to our sister islands up in the Eastern Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Because, as you said, when we were devastated by Ivan, we got a lot of aid from outside, and we shouldn't equate offering aid to someone who needs it outside the islands versus providing aid to those living within the jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm.
In my view, they're two separate things, and they can be done simultaneously. So let's not confuse those.
Yep.
Someone needs aid. If we are in a position to give it, let's give it, because as you said, we never know when we will be in need of some form of aid as well.
So true. So true.
That point, and the other point is, I would just like to say publicly again that I wish we had more non-Caymanians who became Caymanians, like Billy, the frequent caller.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I can never pronounce his surname.
Samamba.
Properly, so.
Samamba.
Yeah. But Billy, he, I said, is not sort of Caymanian heritage per se, but he really, really has the best interest of these islands at heart.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And with that, sir, it's getting late, so I will
very quickly. How are your meetings going? How are your meetings going?
They're going good, sir. And we have another one again tonight. Same location, Church of God Chapel on Town Hall Road, 7 till 9.
Okay.
The public is invited.
And you're encouraging people to familiarize themselves with the issue, before they come, because that will be extremely helpful as well.
Yes, definitely. Please read the document before coming, because it will save time and our discussion can be more focused on the issue at hand, which is the proposed amendments to the planning statement.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. And, we hope to have at least you on during, when you get further into the meeting, so that you can update the public in terms of what has transpired so far, where you're at, this type of feedback that you're getting and everything else, looking forward to that. So I'm going to make sure that, Sterling doesn't monopolize you, that we have you on here as well.
Okay, well, let's see if we can tentatively set something like maybe for next week, Wednesday.
Okay. Well, Wednesday is sort of difficult, but we'll see what is going to take place on Wednesday, because quite possible. When is it that the Parliament reconvenes again? The 25th. They reconvene. So we maybe the opposition not coming on then. But if not, then is a Friday good for you as well?
Yes.
Okay. We'll work something out, definitely.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. You do the same, and please stay safe as well. Folks, we're going to take our last commercial break. We still have a few callers on hold. Don't hang up those phones. As soon as we return, we will take your calls. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
So much happening so fast, too much. It is hard for me to follow my health care instructions. The private counseling with West Bay Pharmacy literally saved my life.
At West Bay Pharmacy, we know how complex medications can be. Our pharmacists are delighted to offer you personalized one-on-one healthcare counseling, free medication review, therapeutic callbacks, and we will liaise with your physician to ensure you receive the best in quality medical care.
Quality of life has a whole new meaning with the right pharmacy to support you. Thank you, West Bay Pharmacy.
West Bay Pharmacy in Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner. Now you can WhatsApp your West Bay Pharmacy prescriptions to 516-0777.
The mission of the National Conservation Council and the Department of Environment is to ensure our islands consider responsible use of our natural resources while preserving our native species and habitats for future generations. Learn more at conservation.ky.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Connor.
Good morning. Welcome back to For the Record. We're on the last leg of the show this morning. We have about 12 minutes left. We have 3 callers. We're going to make those the final 3 calls, which means that we're going to give each caller about 3 minutes. So we're going to ask you to please time yourself because there's someone behind you waiting to talk as well. First caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Hey, good morning. We'll see how you doing.
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, my friend. I'm good. No, I'll put my on there to you. So, yeah, I just want to concur with that guy that was speaking about the Gay Pride March and things like that. It's a sad situation that we got our country got come to this kind of situation and involve our children into it. But you know that's a topic for another day for me. But I must agree with what he's saying. You know, it must come down to the fact of we got to face the consequences of the island turn into this kind of simple type of life, but that's not what I called for. But like I say, I must take my hat off to what he said just now, because times will come where we suffer for what we do. But I just want to talk about the meeting we had the other night here on the Brock.
Thursday, I think it was Thursday night.
Yeah, regarding the Zeus product being implemented into this island. Oh, see, we can understand a place like Grand Cayman. Even Grand Cayman, still a big place, bigger place than us. You all still have on the problems down there with growth and development and things like that. Cayman Brac is too small, and it's sad to know that the Cayman Brackers won't stand up to nothing. The foreigners, stood up to this product that they did, this production this construction that they want to produce in this island with that marina. The tourists come here for peace and tranquility. They come away from that and they come here. They don't expect to come here and see these kind of things being built. They come here for peace and quiet. And it's sad to know that our own people, but you know the thing about it, see, we have become greed restricted in trying to fit in and trying to look good before these foreigners that come here, these investors, and try to fit into them hoping that they gave us a handout. These people not come here give us no handout, OC.
So is it your view then that the indigenous population, that the majority of them are in support of it, while those persons who want to just relax and be in Cayman Brac are the ones that are against it?
Yeah, the ones that want to relax is against it. The majority of those that was for that night is Cayman Bracers, and it hurt me so bad to know, because the thing about it is, though, see, quickly what I asked the question, and we had one news out there recording and passing around stupid comments regarding people when they speak, because some Americans got up and speak, and this certain individual had so much of nasty comments to say about people when they gave their opinion. But to know that this is my question to Zeus, to the man himself, because he was there. They had up on top that it would benefit the people of Cayman Brac. My question was, how it got benefit the people of Cayman Brac when our Cayman Islands government, when our district admin building here can't even provide jobs for people on the island as Caymanians. How foreigners got come here, put an infrastructure down, and talk about higher Caymanians, My question was, they are not going to bring people from Cayman Brac to work in a system when our people do not have the qualifications, they don't have the training, they don't know what's going on in a business such as a marina. They're going to bring in foreigners to take the jobs, and then our Caymanians are left to, you know what the Caymanians going to do? Pick up the garbage and be paid little and not $3, $4, $5 an hour.
Caller?
That's what my argument was about.
Okay.
So next time we have more time.
Definitely. Okay, let's grab the next caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
All right, Connor.
Hey, morning. How are you?
Long time no see. I say during I-1, I don't know about how much food Alan Moore and all them were cooking, but I remember stand up in a line with about 300 people in it at Foster's, just to hold a little free bag. Because we building Wisconsin them time there. I got $1,000 check in my pocket, but it's not good to me because we're not going to electricity. The banks can't open.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we remember the times, you know?
Yep, we do. Never forget
I don't know what my friend, that's my good friend, was inquiring why these children are mixing up with these people. Sometimes it seems to me that we don't really understand the Americans especially and their lifestyle that they live. And when they come into your country to invest money in things, they come to change you. And then how they can't change you, then they're not going to stay around you. So this is where we are. God have mercy on us.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. Let's grab the last caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Sir O.C. This is Lucia.
Good morning, madam. How are you?
I'm great. I'm glad you had Mr. Bill on to clarify a few things. The lawyer on this morning class.
Yes.
Things. Very interesting. But that's not why I called.
Okay.
I called to say that, it is great that a small country like the Cayman Islands can help its neighbors. Because that is what the Lord asked us to do. And when we give, we receive. And I also wanted to make note that my grandfather came from Grenada.
Okay.
So it was interesting that that we're going there. But I want us to remember when we think harsh about Cayman giving away things, how much we got. Maybe people don't have the memory I have, but we got a lot from others.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember too, so you were just a little bit, not a little bit, a long bit down below my age. But But I think we must be a little more kinder when we are giving out things, because we give out sometimes to the wrong people,
Mm-hmm.
and someone possess us. And I want us to remember that. The gentleman just there made a comment which is true. But those are the people that we relish to come and take from us. But our own neighbors, what they say, when your neighbor house on fire, you must wet yours. That's what the Trinidadians say.
Yeah.
When your neighbor house on fire, wet yours.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it is good to give our neighbors, and I think it is good of you to propagate that.
Yes.
$1 million to a country like Great. I've been there. It's a beautiful country.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to make those points. Keep up the good work, young man.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Miss Lucille. You have a great day, and please stay safe as well. So, folks, in November of 2010, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they were devastated by Hurricane Thomas, right? The then Premier of the Cayman Islands, Honorable W. McKeever Bush, says, following the recent announcement by the Premier that he was spearheading a relief effort for St. Lucia in the wake of the devastation caused by Hurricane Thomas, McKeever Bush will be on board the Cayman Airways aircraft heading there today. That was on Thursday, the 11th of November 2010, to deliver aid. The project is reportedly a partnership with NGO Operation Blessing, founded by the controversial evangelist Pat Robertson. The official release from government earlier this week did not mention the role of Operation Blessing in the airlift, but Bill Horan, president of the NGO, said Bush had called him last weekend asking OBI if OBI would join with the government in Cayman to take supplies to St. Lucia. The NGO said that they were providing non-perishable food, including MREs. Those are meals ready to eat. That's something that the U.S. military has, along with the relief supplies donated by the people of the Cayman Islands. We have partnered with the Cayman government following several Caribbean disasters, including their own when Hurricane Ivan ravaged Cayman back in 2004, Horan said in the release from the NGO. The people of the Cayman Islands are very generous and always show willingness to share their own resources with other island nations in times of natural disaster. In this case, the offer of sending a Cayman Airways 737 has opened an opportunity for Operation Blessing to reach out to the people of St. Lucia. This is what synergy is all about. Speaking in the Legislative Assembly on Monday, the Premier called on the Cayman public to donate what they could for the relief effort. And he's quoted saying, having gone through similar experiences with Hurricane Ivan and Paloma, the people of the Cayman Islands empathize with our friends and family in St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Barbados, Haiti, and Cuba. That's a quote by the then Premier, Honorable McKeever Bush. We know the challenges and the gargantuan rebuilding effort that they now face. Reports have revealed that in St. Lucia, one of the first places hit by Thomas, 14 lives were lost and several others are still missing. Estimates are that rebuilding will cost $500 million, that was in 2010, and that it will be a year before reconstruction in some of the hardest hit areas of the islands will be completed. The Premier pointed to those in Haiti who were already struggling to survive following January's epic earthquake and the recent cholera outbreak, and who now face the added misery that Thomas flood waters brought to this past weekend. As these countries complete their damage assessment, we know their need for regional and international assistance will only increase. Consequently, the Cayman Islands government is doing our part to assist our Caribbean neighbors, Bush added. So, calling on the community for their help, he appealed to residents and corporate citizens in the private sector for assistance. Many of the region rallied to Cayman's aid during our time of need in the months following Ivan and Paloma. Now it's our chance to return good for good as well. So we close the show off on that very positive note this morning. And talking about natural resources, and the question that someone had, we heard Lord Graham say that he was asked, how come Cayman doesn't have any natural resources and their dollar is so strong? Natural resources, folks, they're finite. If you have oil, it is finite. It'll end at, finish at some point. If you have bauxite, it is finite. You have iron ore, it is finite. What is infinite is human compassion. We have that here in the Cayman Islands. Compassion for each other, compassion for others. That is what makes us strong. Folks, I want to thank you for contributing this morning. Thanks for all of those who called in as well. I want to continue to remind you, that we are our brothers and our sisters' keepers. There is always someone out there who's less fortunate than we are, and you should extend a helping hand to them. If you can't do that, then I suggest you donate to our Worthy Charity, because we always want to consider those who need, not necessarily those who want or even those who crave. So I say to you, have a great day. Continue to support your radio station, Radio Cayman. Join Sterling Dwayne Banks at 12:15 for Talk Today. We wish the delegation that's going to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada safe travels, tomorrow as well. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury, and JN Money.
From abroad to yard.
Fast, affordable, convenient. Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice.
This is the People's Radio Station. Radio Cayman in the